Mm, mm,
Hey,
mm.
hey, hey, here we go once again. Coming again with Setting It Straight with Fam. This is Bobby B, and I got my boys Joshua and Jordan here, and we're going to talk about them Cowboys today. Oh, man, it's going to be something. We got a lot to talk about. Woo-hoo! Yes, sir. A lot has already been, taking place already. We already lost our defensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? We got, what Jack's going to do, should he leave? And what do people think? And if people still talking about behind him, talking about him, is his boy still taking it back? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And the most important thing right now, this is what really tripping me out. When Jerry Jones says, we all in, what, what does that mean? We all in. Because man, we got a lot of people that's waiting to, free agencies here. You're gonna have to start paying some people. You know what I'm saying? Some people on these contracts 1 year, how our defenses look, how our offense look. It's a lot of things going on right now. But the most important thing, I really want to know what Jerry means about we all in. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know if Jerry really all in or he blowing smoke again. Are we going to have another 12 season? That's not. He just going to give enough just to give us a little wins. I don't know, but you guys tell me what's going on, man. Because sometimes these Cowboys they can be frustrating, man. They can be frustrating, but they're my team. We gonna see what's going on. But at least they're my team right now. But we're gonna see what's going on and see what Jerry's gonna do in this offseason. See if he's really talking some truth in that big noise he's talking about. So I don't know. So guys, tell me, what do you think? Jordan, Joshua, any one of you.
Go
Give it
ahead,
to me.
Josh. Go ahead, Josh. Give it to him
All right,
straight.
so I think he's all in into making his bank account bigger, right? I don't really think he's all in into winning a Super Bowl. However, in order to do that, he's going to kind of sort of have to put his money where his mouth is, right? He stated that he's not concerned about the future, like preparing for the future, I guess in years to come. He's worried now about winning now, right? So what does that mean? What does that mean to me? That means you're going to have to get, obviously they got a defensive coordinator. We're going to talk about that a little later. I guess he's the best of what, the NFL has at least available at this point. Um, but it's going to mean that you're going to have to sign your players back for one, right? And two, you're going to have to get some big names. You're going to have to get some big name players out there. So, and there's no bargain. There's no bargaining. There's no bargain diving or dumpster diving or however people call it. Getting a bargain out of whoever they can get. They're going to have to get a big name. They're going to have to make a big splash. So, that's the only way for like the fan base to believe that he's actually all in. Because if he's not all in, if he doesn't do that, I don't think he's going to get butts on the seats. So, that's what all in to me means.
Wow, Jordan,
Yeah,
what do you
all
think? What do
in.
you think,
Yeah,
man?
yeah, all in to me does. When you say all in, I'm thinking, what was it? The 2021 Rams, right? That's that team. I believe that's the team that won the Super Bowl that year. Went out, got Matthew Stafford. Went out and got Ndamukong Suh. Went
Dominic.
out. Yeah, went out and paid all these. Got Jalen Ramsey. That's all in. When you go out and you pay the top players the dollar to come in and go and win you a Super Bowl. You have all the little pieces here and there, and you're saying, "Hey, we just need this guy to go in." That's all in. That's what I believe all in is, and I think that's what everybody else thinks all in is. But that might not be Jerry Jones all in, and I don't even know if Jerry Jones looked at all the people in on his team that are going to free agency this year that are unrestricted free agents. You got Tyron Smith. You got Tony Pollard. You got Stephon Gilmore. You got Dorrance Armstrong. You got Jordan Lewis. You got J-Ron Curse. You got Dante Fowler. You got Jonathan Hankins. You got Nevin Gallimore, Rico Dowdle, Tyler Biotish. You got that's 10. That's and all these guys are are essential guys. Some starters, some rotating, consistent rotating guys who all get reps. And then on top of that, you have all your guys who are will be on 1 year deals that need to get paid. The contracts need to get shored up this coming off season, going into next year because they're on 1 year deals. So you got Dak Prescott, Zach Martin, Demarcus Lawrence, Mika Parsons, CeeDee Lamb. I don't even know what we're gonna do with Van Der Esch, Old Diggy Zula. These guys are on expiring contracts, and we need to figure out how they need to figure out how they're gonna get paid. So all this talk about all in on his team, on his guys that are already on the team. Because I don't know, like I don't know how I don't know how Jerry Jones is gonna pull, a rabbit out of the hat, but especially on top of the needs that we do need. Especially you got a lot of guys in the free agents this year, like Chris Jones, who will be a free agent, Mike Evans, Buda Baker at free safety, you know, but Randy Gregory, maybe bring Randy Gregory back. Well, I don't even know how we're gonna do that because I think we're over 60, a negative 15 or negative 60 million in the cap. One of those two things. I don't know. I
There's
don't know.
there's a way you can do it. So there's a way that you have to
You're
do it.
gonna have to sign everybody to a 4 year deal and restructure their money and give them signing bonuses, move all the money around, you know, pay them in offshore accounts, pay them in
Honestly, I don't even
Bitcoin.
think it takes that much. Honestly,
Oh,
I just think that there's one big thing that you have to do, right? You're gonna have to sign your quarterback, right? Because he's taking 56, I think, or 52, or something around those lines, $1 million worth of cap space. You sign him you sign him, and so that way he can eat up the cap space in the end, right? And then after you do that, you restructure Trayvon Diggs' deal, right? You can't restructure D Law, right? You just can't. You can't restructure. Like you can't even do that. But what you can do is restructure Trayvon Diggs, and if you feel really up to it, restructure Zach Martin, right? And then with that, you'll have about 30, $45 million worth of cap space
how you
at that
But you
restructure
point.
ain't, you
Zach
ain't, you
Martin?
ain't.
How you restructure Zach
No,
Martin on a 1 year? How you restructure all these guys on 1 year deals?
Because they
you bet,
have
you bet, you
they
better
have the
got Zach
ability
Martin to
for
come back.
restructuring.
I said you
They
better
have the
got Zach.
ability for restructuring. Because remember,
I'm,
Zach Martin just got signed. Zach Martin just got signed last year. So you
but he didn't.
and
But
Trayvon
it
Diggs.
took a lot. But it took a lot for him to
I
sign.
understand. But restructuring is not paying less. You're just putting that
And
either on the
then
back end.
also you have to get those guys to agree to the restructure. You also have to get
Which
that
is
part
fine. I mean, it's money's money.
done.
It's not like they're getting.
And it's not always fine. So it's not always fine to some
I could
guys.
see if they were take. I could see if it was a pay cut, right? If it was a pay cut, I can see that. But restructuring is a little different, right? Because you're still getting that money either in a bonus or you're getting the money on the back end. Either way, you're still getting that money, right? So, with that being said, right, you restructure those deals, or and then you're gonna have to convince. If that's the case, then I'm not. If that's the case, you're still gonna have. Yeah, you're gonna have to convince them to restructure their deal. They restructure their deal. Bada bing, bada boom. $45 million. Now it's a numbers game and how you're gonna get these deals signed, and then you're gonna have to make a splash. You either have to make a splash with the safety or make a splash with the a linebacker or something like that. Like you're gonna have to get one of those two, one of those like, or a wide receiver. I can see Jerry Jones trying to do a wide receiver splash signing. You know, just so that
But
way, like a
yeah,
Dr. Hopkins,
yeah, but we need a running back though, like a Henry, or that's what we
or
need.
they can do that. They can do that. But I'm mean, saying
But
like Jerry Jones is all about splash. So
I was about to
either
say
I
that.
way,
don't see I don't see it,
either way,
guys.
that's what you do. Is he gonna do it? I think he's gonna do a splash, but I don't think it's gonna be the splash that we want. It's gonna be a splash or something that we feel
Yeah, it's
like
gonna be some old expiring guy. Like it's gonna be somebody.
either old expiring, past their prime, or it's gonna be like another wide receiver. You know what I mean? Or like a tied in or something.
Look,
You know?
Okay,
I mean, a
okay.
splash would be going to get Saquon Barkley, but Saquon Barkley wants to get paid, so I don't know if I don't know if they
Right.
do that. So
I don't
Right.
think any team
So
is gonna
so
do
the
that. To be honest with you,
yeah,
I think
I think the
about
no,
best
doing that.
one team
the
is gonna
best
do
deal
that.
will be
One team is
One
gonna do
team
it.
Henry.
might do that.
I think the best deal will be Henry. I think he's more likely to get Henry than to get Saquon.
If they were
But if
gonna get a
you get
running
Henry,
back.
but if you get Henry, do you? Because me personally, I don't think Henry. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket with Henry.
Well, I mean, I'm still
If he's not concerned,
Pollard here.
if Jerry
You
Jones
have
is
to
not concerned
re-sign
about the
Pollard.
future,
You're gonna have
if
to.
Jerry Jones is not concerned about the future, then he's
He
gonna need to
said
put
he's not.
some of his proverbial eggs in the basket
But
and like
that's what he
resign
said.
or sign somebody. He
At
said
least
he's not concerned about the
that's what
future.
it seems like he's saying. I don't know if that's
No,
what he really
no,
said.
he said though he on record said that he is not concerned about the future. He's concerned
My
about.
point is he's saying it, but we'll see if he really means it.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Look,
yeah, you're right.
I could see them getting somebody like a Clyde Edwards-Helaire that's going to be a free agent. I could see somebody like a DeAndre Swift who's with the Eagles. You know, I could see them going and grabbing one of them guys. But
There's gonna be a trade of a
Austin
draft pick.
the
There's
Austin
going to be a
Eckler
trade of a draft pick.
the Austin our draft pick too. So Austin Eckler, a Saquon Barkley, a Derrick Henry. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna make the move to go grab them.
You got to read it between the
Man.
lines. You got to read it between the lines. They're going to pick up a player, and they because he said he's not concerned about concerned about the future next year. He's concerned about right now. So concerned about the future means draft picks. Right now means signing somebody. So he's going to sign somebody for a draft pick. He's
So you
going
think he's gonna
to take up a draft pick for somebody. There's going to be a trade.
So you think he's gonna trade? Who's going to give up a running back? First of all, I don't.
No, he's a free agent though, but still.
Give up
Who's
who
going to
for
Who's going to get people that have a plethora of running backs?
who?
I haven't really looked at it.
There's none
right
because
now.
there's none.
Alvin Kamara.
As far
That's
as
somebody
there's
on the
none,
Saints.
that's something that we need, right? That's what you said, Jordan. There's none out there that we would need that they have a lot to negotiate with.
There's
I
no
can see him trading.
there's no
I can see him
team.
trading for a
There's no
linebacker.
team with a plethora of running backs that are worth a first round, second round, third round pick, and the ones that are not. You're not gonna get them. You're not gonna get an Aaron Jones. You're not gonna get the Atlanta running back. What's his name?
So we're not
BJ.
so we're not going to get a CMC.
Yeah, no.
Look, I will say
I
this
don't know.
though. Knowing the track record of the Dallas Cowboys second round picks, I really wouldn't care if they got a B-rated player for a second round pick. Knowing the Cowboys track record when it comes to second round picks. Would not care.
I don't even know what running back you go grab. You know, maybe no.
I'm telling you, they're probably going to get a linebacker for a draft pick.
Well, what linebacker? Because you got Bobby Wagner is going to be a free agent. Devin White from Tampa Bay, he's only 25. He's going to be free agent. Like, there's linebackers you can go grab, or you don't even know. Mike Zimmer might be.
People got Roquan Smith, so I mean, you know,
but how many? But no. But those organizations are the poor organizations that are trying to get draft picks to move up. Who wants Dallas's 20 something draft pick for like? I don't see it, and I don't even see the guys you guys are that I think you're thinking about, like a Roquan Smith guy. I don't see none of those guys being available at this point in time. Maybe
I can see them
season.
trading for like a Levante Davis. I can see them like, you know.
Why would you trade for Levante? Why would they trade Levante Davis, and why would you trade for Levante Davis if Devin White is going to be a free agent?
Right.
Because
you're right. That
because
makes sense.
here's the deal: like you get somebody that's, you know, somebody's willing to like still sign or whatever like that. Like I don't know who they're gonna have. Like I still think Levante Davis is probably a better signing than him, but that's just me. But
he said, but John
Devontae
said
Davis
that
is
why
better
are you
than.
doing it? Wagner? That we saying?
Yeah, you're saying Levante Davis is a better signing than Devin White?
I think so. I mean, if you're trying to do it like for a year, yeah.
For for a year, why would I sign Levante Davis for?
And
Because you said
not
you're
for a
not
year,
looking
but
for a
like if you're
future.
talking about like right now, I'm talking about like if you're trying to like win the Super Bowl in 2025, Levante Davis, is probably one of your better
I just
bets.
don't know why. But yeah, but that he like a vet, like he on his way out.
Well, you also thought that what's that guy that went to what's that back? That defensive.
Stephon Gilmore,
No.
He's trying to resign with the Cowboys too.
No, I think he went to the Bills. What's his name?
Von Miller.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Von Miller's
he a
for
vet. That boy bad.
Von Miller's for yeah, but his production
I
for the
don't think
Bills
Von
hasn't
Miller's
been that
playing
up
still.
there.
Is Von Miller's playing still?
Yeah, he's on
Yeah,
the
we're
Bills.
playing.
He played in the playoffs. But that's the thing. He got injured and he hasn't been productive. So and that's what you get with an aging player. Like I don't know. I will. You would give up a draft pick for a 34-year-old guy in like his 12th season versus the younger guy they played on the same team. They played with each other.
Well. Based on what he's talking about, he's saying he's not looking for the future, so he's looking for right now. So I
But
understand what
that's a guy
Josh is
who can
saying.
help
If
you
you're
right
looking
now. That guy already won a Super Bowl with Tampa 2 years ago.
I'm just saying, if you want somebody, look, if you want somebody that's right now, Levante,
Devontae Devin White is that's right now. That's less hassle. You
is he a free
confusing me.
agent?
I
He a
mean,
free
you
agent.
can and look. There's a lot of free agents that you can sign for, right? But I can see, and this is how they're going to play it out. Because remember, like if you trade for them, you can also have the other team be paying for their salary too.
Okay, but Devin White is an all pro linebacker and a pro bowler, and he's won the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. He's 25, he's an unrestricted free agent. To me, that's a no-brainer.
If he's an if that's the case, then why isn't Tampa Bay signing him?
What do you mean? Why isn't Tampa Bay signing him?
If he's that good,
Why isn't the Dallas Cowboys signing Dak Prescott right now? Why is CeeDee Lamb on a 1-year deal? Why haven't they re-signed him? Who knows?
well, we all know about the
That's what I'm saying. Everybody,
Dallas Cowboys.
maybe they don't want to pay him all the
It's
money.
a different team in the on
But
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it's a different team with Tampa Bay. If Tampa Bay is teetering on, oh, we might as well just rebuild the whole team. Why would they pay Devin White if they can go who knows what the Tampa Bay Bucks want to do? I don't know what they want to do. But if I want to, do I think Baker Mayfield can win us a Super Bowl? I don't know, maybe. So I can't. I mean, and who says they don't re-sign Devin White? They could re-sign Devin White. I don't know what they want to do. I'm just saying what the Cowboys should do. And we know we don't have no linebackers. And this guy is a good linebacker.
The Dallas Cowboys do.
No linebackers.
Yeah, Leighton Vander Esch. What you talking about?
That, like I said, with Dallas Cowboys ain't got no linebackers. Dallas Cowboys ain't got no linebackers.
What about Marquise Bell, guys? Yeah, Marquise Bell.
So
no?
Yeah,
he said no.
Because that to me is all it is. That's right there. The other dudes,
we heard for linebackers.
Yeah.
Now tell me this though. Okay, and those are the players you think that not Mike, but Jerry Jones is going to be all in. He's scouting for defensive coordinator because obviously Dan Quinn is gone, so we're going to have to fulfill that. And we heard what Zimmer, we had Rex Ryan, we had what's the other coach there we're looking at?
You're looking at a plethora of coach because I mean there was another black coach because of the Rooney Rule, but uh,
but
Aiden.
but but who do you see right now that is going to take over? Dan Quinn. For one, I think Dan Quinn is throughout the whole season. He had me feeling that he is an awesome DC until his playoff, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what that was, um, but okay, you out
So
because
this
he
is
left.
you have to look at it holistically speaking, right? You have to look at the whole body of work of Dan Quinn, right? If we go back to last year, um, and they seemed like they were see he I still will put Dan Quinn still at like top five defensive coordinators, and I mean, it also
I
has to
can
do
I
with the
can
fact
I can agree to that.
it still has. I mean, it has. I would say 30-45%, 30-40% to deal with the talent that the Dallas Cowboys have, right? But the bad thing I thought about is the defense was dominant only if the offense were to score ahead of time, right? Because a lot of people say the best offense
Or if
is a
the
great
team was
defense,
trash. If the team was trash, the
or the team
defense.
or the team was trash, right? Everybody says the best offense is a good defense. Like the Dallas Cowboys kind of had it backwards. They were thinking the best defense is a great offense, you know, and so you, I mean, Dan Quinn he had stunts and he had like disguise and coverages and stuff like that, and he was mainly playing man coverage, right? But his deal was my line's going to beat your line, right? And because of the fact that my line is beating your line, your quarterback's going to rush his throws, and the defensive backs are going to capitalize on it because of the fact that you're going to think that uh, they're in one zone or coverage when they're actually in another coverage, right? Which is great because of the fact that it's even better when you have to throw the ball, which means you're more likely to have interceptions and stuff like that, right? So in that sense, he was great because he had the people to do it, right? But one of his downfall, if you will, was he only had like, if you're a boxer, he only had like two or three moves, right? They were great moves, but there were only two or three moves, right? But if you keep on seeing those two and three moves after a while, you're going to be able to like defend against it, right? And also, when you're trying to do other moves, you're not going to be as great as it, and that's what we saw in the playoffs, right? They
Oh,
they had
I think
they
you
had
give him a little bit more credit than what that last game said.
yeah he had. I think that they knew what they were going to do. It's like a fastball coming right down the middle for them in that regards, right? So I still put him in the in the top five, and I still think it had I won't say a lot, but there was the fact that he had a talented roster, and the people they were playing against was trash, kind of helped him out, right? So with that being said, the potential candidates from Mike Zimmer, Rex Ryan, and who else was it? Ron Rivera. I don't think any of them are going to be
Also, our defensive line coach
better
was a fake candidate. I'm guessing because
due to the Rooney Rule. Due to the Rooney
he went
Rule, I think.
he went in he's now defensive coordinator for Seattle Seahawks. So obviously the
Yeah, and then
Seahawks saw
also Joe
something in
Witt,
him.
and Joe Witt was a candidate too. Joe Witt was also a candidate, and I think that had to deal with the Rooney Rule, and that's why Joe Witt is with the Commanders. And so I just don't think. So to answer your question, I don't think there's going to be any for all the available defensive coordinators out there. I don't think there was anybody that was going to be better than Dan Quinn. Now, somebody that would have rivaled him. I know this doesn't sound great, and you guys are just going to be like, "What in the world?" Would be that Martindale from the Giants, because this dude had
You think
barely the talent. He had not even he had a quarter of the talent that he had on that Dallas Cowboys had, and he was doing a lot with it. So I think the Martindale would have been really really good for the Dallas Cowboys, but they didn't even interview him. So out of those three, I mean, Mike Zimmer is probably the best for the Cowboys because his concepts are similar to what Dan Quinn had, right? So
So Mike Zimmer,
uh,
he runs a man coverage a lot too.
he runs a lot
Also,
of man coverages, right? He disguises the coverage all the time. He depends on like his line to get home, sends occasional blitzes. Now the thing is, you're gonna have the only one of the big major differences is that the safety play. You're gonna have to have really strong safeties,
yeah, we got plenty
strong
of those.
safeties. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he's gonna how he's gonna do. I don't think he's gonna
well,
do.
I
You
mean,
guys think? Go ahead, Jordan.
no, go ahead. What were you about to say?
I was just about to say. So you guys think that it's probably be more likely to that Zimmer be our defensive coach?
No, I think
Oh,
he is the defensive coordinator. Like they're hiring him.
It
I
is.
didn't. Where did you see that at? Because I just saw an article today that they said that he was top three, the number one candidate out of three other candidates.
No, he is getting. They're working on a contract right now with him.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Okay.
so is it finalized or not? They're working out a contract that could be had.
No, like they're still. He's
They shook hands. That's what you're
Tom
saying.
Pelissero said he's going with the Cowboys. This is probably as close as you're gonna get. You
So
know,
the hand
one
the
hundred
hand been
percent.
shook.
Yes, unofficially the hands been shook and saying, okay, now they're just working it out.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
So
now what you were going to say, Jordan?
Um. Well, I think Mike Zimmer is gonna be a great defensive coordinator for us. I think he's gonna have the same standard, if not better than Dan Quinn. As a head coach and a defensive minded coach for the Vikings, he gave them six. I think. Wait, how many? 8 years out of 8 years, 6 years. He had the top his defense was in the top 10. So 2014, he was, or outside of 2014, 2014, he was 11th. He had the 11th best defense. The Vikings had the 11th best defense. 2015, he had the fifth best defense. 2016, he had the sixth best defense in the league. 2017, he had the number one defense in the league. 2018, he had the number nine defense in the league. 2019, he had the fifth best defense in the league. 2020, I don't know what happened, but he was the 29th best defense in the league in
Oh
2021
my goodness.
when he got fired. He had the 24th best defense in the league. So those two drop off years, I don't know if they had injuries, people left. Well, I don't know what it was. It was a drop off. But yeah, you saw that he gave you consistent up until that, and that was just a significant drop off. So normally, like they slowly go down, but who
Must be a
knows what
locker
happened?
room issue. Could have been a locker room issue.
It could be 100 things. Guys left. The guys got injured. They
Yeah,
just stopped. They stopped. Whatever.
that too.
But
I will say this though. I will say this. His way of teaching is vastly different than
Dan
Dan
Quinn's
Quinn's. Dan Quinn's like he's like one of the brothers, he's gonna get in the huddle with you,
players
you
coach.
know, sing kumbaya, yeah, players coach, he's gonna take it on the head if there's a loss or whatever like that. I mean, obviously, Mike Zimmer's gonna say the same thing, but
no, he's not. He's not gonna say anything.
behind closed
I
doors,
don't know if
it's
you've
gonna
seen
be yes, it's gonna be vastly different. Like he's not a kumbaya type of person. He's like a boot camp,
he's a
why in the
he's
world?
a
What?
a Jimmy Johnson type of fiery guy. who's
Yeah,
not
fire
gonna.
and brimstone.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be I won't say a wake up call, but it's going to be a shock to these guys. And if you guys want to know what he's like Jordan was alluding to, you're going to have to hear some of the clips of how he was as defensive coordinator, and then look at the interview with Darren Woodson. By the way, I still don't understand why he's not in the Hall of Fame, but
Hall of
that's
Fame.
another here nor there, you know. But Darren Woodson could tell you from firsthand what Mike Zimmer was all about, you know. And but
Yeah, he was
one
part of
thing he will,
that Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl team. He was on that. He was on that coaching staff. So
yeah.
Mm.
So the thing is, you're gonna have to get. It's not going to be good. I'll just say that for if you're a weak minded person, it's not going to be good. But it should. If you're going to be, there's going to be no way that you're going to be out of shape at the end of the year. I will say that.
Okay,
and
speaking of that,
I think that's the difference between Mike Zimmer and I don't even know too how. I mean, it's cool Mike Zimmer coming back to the Dallas Cowboys. He get the and it could this could even be a play too, where Jerry if keeps Mike Zimmer and makes him head coach, seeing kind of seeing how he does as a defensive coordinator and how the season goes, where he can turn around and make him the head coach if the team believes in him or whatnot. But also, he's also known for having strong defensive lines, big guys, interior guys like the Williams he used to have in Minnesota. So it's gonna be. I can't wait to actually have real deep linemen and interior guys, nose tackles, DTs, to see what he does with those guys. I don't think we're gonna have these hybrid guys, these Gilmores. Those guys are gonna be gone. I don't. What's his name might be gone too. The guy we just drafted. They might keep him around for one more season. But I don't know. He's got to add more. He's got to put on
Mozzie,
some. Mozzie need to put on some more
not
weight.
Mozzie.
Um,
No, I think Mozzie's going to be good, guys. I think he's going to put on more weight.
I hope
Mozzie will
so.
be good.
I hope so, because if not, he's just going to be getting moved around, and you can't get moved around in the interior, especially Mike Zimmer. His teams have always been good at the run, especially the interior inside. So he ain't gonna go for those light guys, light in the butt guys who ain't gonna be able to do
moving,
what they're
yeah.
supposed to. And then the linebackers, I can't wait to see how the linebacker play is because we're not gonna deal with these hybrids. So I think the defense is gonna be it's gonna be more more gritty, more grind. Guys be able to grind it out. He's gonna be more. I think it's gonna be more true. And what is it? Because he does throw some blitzes in there, throw some run blitzes and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna be really simplistic, but at the same time, there's gonna be some nuances to it where, yeah, everyone's
Yes,
running man.
disguise coverages. I don't think that. I don't think there's
Yeah,
always going to be disguise coverage, but this all falls back to Will McClay and Jerry Jones. That's all it's going to fall back to. If you're really all about this year, you're going to have to give the guys that your defensive coordinator is going to want.
which I think they do. I think Dan Quinn wanted Mika Parsons, and we got Mika Parsons because I don't know if we take Mika Parsons if Dan Quinn isn't our defensive coordinator. I don't think we take Mozzie if Dan Quinn's not our defensive coordinator. So I think they'll listen to him and give. And why wouldn't you listen to your defensive coordinator to help get guys that fit his scheme? So, and I'm interested to see what he does with Mika. Does he keep Mika on the line or does he put Mika at an outside linebacker and use him to play, play the run better, uh, off ball blitzing and stuff like that. So,
Well, if he picked
Look,
bigger
I
guys
can
on the
imagine what
line,
he's going to say. Look, he can be hired in the first call. He's going to call to Mozzie Smith. He can be like, hey, if you're not X and X pounds, don't even come through the front door. Just stay behind right there.
but I'm thinking
but
if
and
he
you
put
you
bigger
don't even
guys on
have
the
to be
line, I'm
X
going.
you don't even have to be X amount of pounds. I think because I mean Aaron Donald is the proof in the pudding for that. Like he's what 290, 280,
Yeah,
and
but that
I
dude,
think
that dude bench
his
press
strength.
about three
That's what I'm
tons
saying.
though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
Mozzie
what
Smith is
Mozzie
not
has to
even
do.
280. He's not
That's
even 280. I think it's like 265,
uh
270.
well
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
but he
that's what I'm
bench,
saying.
but yeah,
Mozzie needs to get his strength up, and get his hand and footwork up, so
He
that
need to get his
way
weight up too.
so that way, well, even if he has better technique,
Never
he
mind.
won't
He's
get pushed.
337. I was wrong.
So his technique, like if he needs to
That's
get
a lot wrong.
strength and technique,
Yeah, I know.
because
But he just looks small though.
he
He
does look
looks small.
small. I think it might be his height, but and he's a hybrid guy. Like he's really, I don't know, his defense, his college tape, he was more elusive, more springy, and he was a athletic, big defensive interior guy. But I think he just needs to get strong, because these NFL O linemen, especially in the inside, are strong. They strong, and
You
so
have to get
that's
that.
what. Yeah, so if I don't know if he's gonna be able to fit the scheme or not, but if he does, that's what
So
he needs to
it
do.
was reported that he lost a lot of weight during the season, and he weighs nowhere close to 328 pounds.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, because he didn't really look 300 pounds, if we're being honest.
yeah, Mike Smith he just got cut. Not
Yeah,
cut like it's but he got like he
except for
lost
a
weight.
big guy.
Yeah,
He got cut.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he
So
need to go ahead and hit the weights, get his strength up, get his hand and
hit the
footwork.
sandwiches
So
too. Hit the sandwiches, Mike Smith.
I mean, it won't hurt, but
Go to Subway.
just so
Eat
that
fresh.
he can not get pancaked. I just want him not to get pancaked, not to get
Yeah.
moved out of the frame. Because there's so much tape of him and Gilmore getting moved out of the frame, and big old holes happen. Like
He was almost looking as bad as Taco Charlton.
Shoot.
Almost as
wow.
bad. I didn't say as bad.
Wow.
Almost as bad. Taco Charlton looked like a rag doll. Like
Yeah,
he looked like a clown.
that was a bad pick. That was
Yeah,
a bad
yeah.
And then the corners, we got corners galore, so we ain't got to worry about corners. So that's gonna be a
Well,
beauty.
let's see. It's still out. It's still out on Trayvon.
Gilmore?
So we'll
Really?
Trayvon Diggs.
And you
he'll
saying
come
that
back.
because of what? You said that because
His
of that
injury.
ACL, or you saying
Yeah,
that because
because of ACL.
he don't look like he's. Is he working out? Is he running? Is he walking?
I
No,
saw him walking around.
yeah, he's walking and everything like that. I'm pretty sure he's running now too. You can run. Now it's been a while since his surgery, so I'm pretty sure he's running. But he
I'm
can't
talking about
cut.
game
I bet he's
game
not
shape.
cutting. He ain't
Probably
cutting like
afraid.
he's supposed to. He got about 3 months left. Is this February right now? He got about 3 months because that's when they hit OTAs, right? April.
Yeah.
So no, that's 2
I
months.
don't think there's a. I
No,
don't
he
think
got
it's
a month
a.
and a half. He got about 2 months at most.
But even that, I don't think it's a rush to bring him back. If Gilmore comes back, I don't think it's a rush to hurry up and get him. Be a starter at the level he was before he got injured. I think.
And Gilmore's on record said he wants to be re-signed with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, but that's him saying one thing and Dallas Cowboy front office doing another thing.
It's all about this whole year.
Yeah.
They need to
So
sign
tell
him.
me this. If
And I'm
Trayvon
bringing
Diggs-
Jordan Lewis back.
Yeah. Oh, you like
That's-
that Jordan Lewis?
That's fair, I guess. Mm.
I'm bringing Jordan Lewis back. I'm bringing Gilmore back. And on top of having Diggs and having Bland, I think your cornerback room is solid. And as long as the Commanders head coach, I'm not going to say his name no more. The Commanders, the enemy, doesn't poach our defensive back coach, Al Harris. Hey, if we get those core guys back, I think we'll be good because you don't have to.
Oh, and I forgot. We're also trading Gal for a 6th round. That's another thing you got to do. You got to trade Gal for a 6th round.
Why? Trade Gal for a 6th round?
Huh?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, if you want to get off the money, I guess. But who taking Gal for a 6th round? Sorry, Gal.
Okay.
But who taking Gal for a 6th round pick?
Apparently, we forgot that we traded a guy named Amari Cooper
a guy
for what?
Yes.
For
yeah, you're
5th
right.
round.
You're right.
Steal, though.
That was a steal. Exactly. That's the difference. Hey,
no, that's not a steal on their part. On our
that's
part,
a steal
it was
for
still on
yes,
for them.
That's what I'm saying. That
for the
was
Cleveland
a steal.
Browns.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was a steal.
And it will be a steal for us.
Who? Yeah, for us. Ain't nobody trying to help us out. Ain't
It's
nobody
still for
trying.
us.
Ain't
They took
nobody
Gallup.
trying to help us out. Oh,
Nah,
why you bring
yeah.
that up? That done pissed me off.
Look, Gal,
That
hey,
was
Gal, you good. You good, man. You good, man. We
why
just
you
playing
bring that
around.
up?
We'll be so happy to bring
You
you back
talking
in,
about a
man.
guy who was an asset, Amari Cooper, who still had, who could still do the rest of the guy who he was he was getting a workout for the last half of the year. He was just going out there getting his hour workout
His
in.
condition. He was
He
doing his
was getting
conditioning.
he was getting his conditioning in, getting ready to be a prospect
Look.
for another team.
He's like, hey,
But
man,
hey, I
I'm
bet you
already
the
good with the
Texans.
I
OTAs.
think that's probably why they had him out there, just to see if he can get a couple of catches so they can boot him on out there with a decent trade.
Hey, Josh, I bet you the Texans will take him,
Hey, you know what?
and then
You know what?
they'll
And watch him
make him
ball
look
out.
like a number one seed, a number
And
one
watch him
receiver.
ball out. Watch him ball out.
Look, him and Noah Brown gonna go over there and ball out.
Look, and they're gonna beat the brakes off the Dallas Cowboys. Watch. We're gonna play them this year. They're
With,
gonna
Gal,
beat the brakes off
Gal,
them.
with Gallup on there, I'll take that bet.
Yeah, Gallup on there, and they're gonna beat the brakes off of them.
I'll
And
take that
Gallup's gonna
bet.
make Gallup's
Look,
gonna
Gallup
make
and
a
Noah Brown
game-winning
gonna go
catch.
crazy on us.
I'm saying I'm taking that bet that they won't.
I don't know
Okay.
that. I don't know that. There's been plenty of
Look,
times.
Dalton Schultz is showing out. Dalton Schultz,
He was
Noah
showing out
Brown,
too. Yeah,
they were showing
for the
out.
Texans. They're showing
Uh,
out for the
You don't
Texans.
want to
They'll
take
I,
show
that
I,
bet.
out.
I just don't have that kind of favor and
And
faith
Gallup.
over Gallup right now. I'm thinking that dude can go
Look, I didn't
anywhere.
have that faith in Noah
Outside of
Brown,
KC,
and that dude was making game-winning catches. Yeah,
Yeah,
outside
like
of
Noah Brown
I
KC,
was
think Noah
he was
Brown went
getting
for like
off.
200 yards one game.
Yeah, he was
Look,
getting it all. He was doing his thing.
he was doing that work. Let
I
them
was
get
sitting
Noah
there
Brown.
like I was a proud brother. I was out there like, yeah, go get him.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
funny.
So yeah,
Wow.
I just think that you trade for not Noah Brown, excuse me, Michael Gallup, and I think you'd be good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I ain't mad at you trading Gallup. I am not for 1 second.
Yeah, I'm not mad either. I'm not mad either. I just don't know what fool would do that. But sometimes these guys.
There's one out there.
Yeah, it always is.
hey, look, Atlanta can use it. The Carolina Panthers can use another receiver.
You'd be
So
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said whoever takes him, take him.
I don't know. If I'm the front office guy, I'd rather just try my luck at a 6th-round receiver rather than Gallup. Give me the 6th-round receiver, the raw prospect. Let me run with him.
Hey, Miles Austin. That's what I'm saying. Miles Austin made it.
What was a Puka Nakua from the Rams? What was he?
Oh, he was. I think he was either undrafted or he was like 7th round.
Yeah, see?
So like,
I'll try my luck. With Brock Purdy, I might catch a receiver here. Oh, snap.
you already got Tolbert. So
Yeah,
I mean,
so
we already got it, Michael Gallup.
Wow. Okay, so now let's flip it back. Our offensive side. Our line. What we gonna do about you think Terrence Smith's coming back? That's one. And what else are we gonna do? I know people are talking about Dak Prescott. I'm gonna talk about Dak Prescott in a little bit too because I was down on Dak Prescott during that last playoff game. I mean, I really was, and people was really getting in my head and saying that Dak can't take it to a Super Bowl. I tend to believe that he can, with the right coaching, I believe. And I know that may sound crazy, but I believe with the right coaching, he'll be able to take us there.
I think any quarterback.
Dad, what you're saying is not wrong, but we don't have the right coaching. So that's why I said after that game, all the coaches needed to be fired, and you go and bring in a new regime, and you figure out what you want to do with Dak Prescott, because Dak Prescott can get you. Then that's why I say we're gonna get 12 wins next year, because the defense is good enough. We got the stars, we got the players on defense. Mike Zimmer, if he's our defensive coordinator, I don't think we're gonna have any lag in the defense, and Dak is definitely through the season gonna get you 12 wins. Dude, he's gonna ball out. He's gonna get you 5,000 yards. He's gonna get you around 30 something touchdowns, and it just comes to playoff time. And I don't know if he can win a Super Bowl, Dad, but I know you need to put the players around him to help him get there. Like if in that game,
It's like
if you have a
90% of
Derek,
quarterbacks.
if you have no, look at Brock Purdy. If you have a run game
Look,
and you have,
oh, go ahead, and then we'll talk about that. Nah, nah, man, nah. Go ahead, go ahead.
okay, like if Dak needs a run game and an offensive coordinator that knows how to get Dak out of sticky situations and not have to rely on the players to get themselves out of sticky situations.
Are you saying that Brock Purdy doesn't need those people?
No, I said Brock
No.
Purdy does.
Oh,
No.
okay.
He
I
wasn't
thought you were
saying
like
that.
Brock Purdy does. I'm like, what in the world?
No, he
Like
wasn't
this
saying
dude had like a
No,
yeah. He needs
because
some.
I thought you were
another
saying
segment to talk about.
you were saying 90% of the league, 90% of the quarterbacks leads into a Super Bowl. That's what I thought you were saying.
Like 95% needs players around them to
95. Unless you're
90 to 90. Okay,
not if you're Pat
90 to
Mahomes. Not if you're Pat Mahomes.
not okay. Even if you're Pat Mahomes, even
No,
if you're Pat
with,
Mahomes,
with what receivers?
That Pat Mahomes, you just
Just
can't.
Travis
Pat Mahomes,
Kelsey. That's it.
look, man.
all right.
But
Pat Mahomes,
that's an
he's
anomaly.
What was
built different.
That's an
what was the
anomaly.
name of the game? What was the name of the game this year? They were like, oh man, they're not winning as much as they should be. Why? Because the receivers weren't catching the ball. So they still got to catch the ball and everything like that. They still got to
Yeah,
catch it.
yeah.
Yes,
You're
that
right.
is very true. But like who are their receivers right now, Josh? Name me one receiver.
The guy from the Giants,
He,
Tavares Tony.
They told
Whatever.
Savarius Tony that you are injured. That man went on Instagram and said, I am not injured. I can play. They told that man, we will pay you to sit down. Now, Josh, name me a player that on the Kansas City Chiefs that is playing football.
No, he's playing
Um,
solid. He's playing solid football, but his defense is
receiver
playing.
number one,
His
receiver
defense
number
playing.
two.
Okay, don't get me wrong. Look, I will say this though. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is
It's
about to be the
Patrick
GOAT.
Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, and I can't remember the running back's name. That dude run like his life is on the line. That dude can run. But it's the main thing that makes that whole engine go is
Andy
Patrick
Reid. No, I'm
Mahomes.
just kidding.
Well, Andy Reid too. Like yeah,
He
Andy
does.
Reid too, because Andy Reid's proven
It's a marriage. It's a marriage.
it's cemented. Like he did it with the Philadelphia Eagles. They didn't win a Super Bowl, but he got them there. He has multiple NFC championships. So, but Pat Mahomes just different level. I mean, outside of Tom Brady, but that's a different.
Yeah.
That's different topic. So yeah, I do think Dak Prescott can win, but we just need a better head coach, a better offensive coordinator, and more pieces to uplift Dak rather than asking Dak to uplift us.
You need a better running game. You need a better running game. I think if you have a better running game, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, but you know what though? I just don't believe, and I'm kind of broken that this guy will say we all in, and I haven't seen him doing anything from the offensive side of being the coaching staff. I haven't seen because he can't be blind, and I'm sure people around him know that McCarthy cannot do both of those jobs successfully. He needs to separate
He
those.
could barely do one of his jobs successfully.
Right, but he needs to separate. I don't know if his mind was too far gone to trying to manage the game. That's why he come up with them stupid plays, or he making stupid clock management and all of those calls and not calling timeout when he's supposed to because he's worried about the actual the scheme or the offensive scheme. But he can't do both. One is taken away from the other. I don't know what it is, but he
I don't know
can't do
either.
both, man. He can't do
Shoot,
both.
Mike McCarthy couldn't coach a snail to slow down, man. I don't know.
First it was a rubber band to stretch. Now it's a snail to slow down. I will say
But
this
look,
though. I will say this. Look, while we're playing, they had a talented roster. They still were up there in offense. So we can't knock them.
But Josh,
okay,
that's
I
not
think. Go ahead.
predicated. That's not
On his
predicated on
scheme,
Mike
exactly.
McCarthy though.
I
That's
don't think
not.
so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
If that's the case, then you have to sign Dak Prescott.
I ain't mad about the signing back. I think you should. I'm in agreement of that.
Yeah.
The
If
only
you're
I'm
reason,
saying
only the only reason. Look, and I like Dak Prescott, great guy. The only reason I don't sign, the only reason I don't sign Dak Prescott.
there's a butt coming.
There's a butt coming. There's the what do you call them that? The butts. The
Yeah.
only reason I don't want to sign Dak Prescott is because I don't know if he can conquer his playoff yips. Like I don't know if he can get over that.
I don't
Right?
think those were I don't I don't think that was so you think he has yips.
Yeah, I think he has playoff
You
yips.
think he
Yeah.
developed
I
yips
don't
this
know.
year?
I don't know.
No, it's. I think it's.
I
I
think
think
the
if
game plan was sucked this season. The
that
game plan is
the
what?
game plan
Last
went
year,
out the game plan went out the window. The game plan went out the window when Dak threw that pick and then the pick six. There was nothing.
Yeah, but